I don't know if Rim's gonna make it this season. What's up, YouTube? Nate here. Another edition of Monday Night Pickups. I'm shooting this video, I think, Tuesday, July 10th. It's a day after I released Monday Night Pickups for July 9th. Before I get started, quick shout outs to. What am I shouting out to? Oh, Jezbo Vision. Shot me out in a video because we're about to do a trade of some sort, so that'd be wicked. Looking forward to that. And Valley Village. It is a bongo set from DK. What the hell's that name of the game again? I don't know. My friend Ed has this game, and he has like one set of bongos. So we have a second set of bongos now, and we could play the game that I forgot the name of. Put it right there. That's the name of the game right there. Pokemon. Also that day, picked up for $5 a Nintendo GameCube. I don't know why I mind blank there. This one's actually pretty cool. I like the ones that have the digital AV out rather than just the standard analog AV out. I think this is one of the first ones that came out, the ones that have the digital out, but we don't have the cable for it anyways, so whatever. That was weird. Oh, it's because of the sticker. Anyways, it was only $5. Probably go in the resale block. I don't know. Looks really clean though. I got other ones that aren't even as clean as this one. So, $5 Nintendo GameCube. Matches the bongos. My wife found these at the thrift store. They're like 50 cents. So I'm doing my dancing. Michael Jackson. I can wipe the sweat off my brow. That same day at the Salvation Army, I thought I had found a copy of Diablo for the PlayStation. Again, missing the disc, so I bought the case for $1. The manual looks pretty good. Looks, I don't know what that is. Looks a little wavy in the back. I hate to say that's water damage, but it's only that one back page. The rest of the booklet looks really good and clean. And apparently PlayStation Magazine gave this a 4.5 out of 5. So it's got to be good, right? I actually don't remember when this game came out. Obviously, the new Diablo 3 has been released recently, so if you haven't seen a lot of your friends, that's probably where they're playing it. I'm looking at you, Carl. Yeah, $3.99 at Salvation Army. Picked up a copy of Ratchet Deadlocked. I think this is the arena-based fighting one. No clank in this one. The disc looks like it's in really good shape, too. That was only $3.99. Now this one, maybe you guys can help me out. I initially picked this up for $3.99 at Valley Village. I thought it was a factory sealed game. Only thing, even the Game Boy Advance games usually have the H seam across the back. So I'm afraid this one might be repackaged. I'm not sure, but it looks really good. Like in Canada, we always were bilingual, so there's a French insert in the back. Doesn't look like it has been opened. Another way you can tell if it's factory sealed or not. You'll see a seam here. And the first time you open that flap, it causes a crease, and this one doesn't have a crease in the back. Only thing that concerns me is that it's missing that H seam. So I don't know if any of you guys have any experience with that kind of stuff, but this is a copy of Finding Nemo factory sealed for $3.99. I'll count it as factory sealed. A couple of $1.99 PlayStation games, a copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, probably the only Tony Hawk game I really want to play. And a copy of Delta Force. Looks like an interesting first-person shooter. Sorry, it's Delta Force Urban Warfare. That one's complete. Yeah, it looks good. Untouched. And this is the game I actually grew up playing. Anything after this, I really could care less about. But this was the one that was awesome when I was growing up. Goldfinger. If you guys remember that track. This one was $8 at Value Village. It's a copy of Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. I haven't looked it up yet. I don't know if it's worth $8. It's complete in there with a manual, and everybody knows I'm a big sucker for manuals. $7.99. I didn't have 30% off on this one, but it's Breath of Fire, so I had to pick it up. It's made by Capcom. The manual's in still really good condition. So is the game. And in the words of Lester, pick up any PlayStation RPG you find. So, Salvation Army, $3.99. I picked up a copy of Final Fantasy X. Now this is the black label version. I have the red label version, so contemplating whether I should sell that red label or not. I don't know if there are people who collect both, greatest hits and black label version games just for completion's sake. I don't think I'll be that kind of guy, so I'll probably have a Final Fantasy X for trade, Greatest Hits Edition. My first copy of Bully for the PlayStation 2 by Rockstar. This is a Greatest Hits Edition, but it is complete. It is complete with the manual. Everyone who's played this game says they love it, and not surprising, it's a Rockstar game. So I don't know why I picked this up. Wacky Races for the Nintendo Wii. It was $2.99 at Valley Village. I think I picked it up because it was $2.99 at Valley Village. Looks like a cheapo racer game. Wacky Races. Look at lots of depth here. I like that depth. Lester loves his Tekken, so I found a copy of Tekken Tag for the PlayStation 2. $3.99. It's my first copy of Tekken Tag. It's missing the manual, though. I actually kind of grew a taste for playing Tekken games. Playing the Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Kind of like the Tekken mechanic fighting engine, so. And the last thing I picked up at the thrift store, I put in this box already. Boom. See that? $15. It's a Model 1 Sega Genesis. I love this one. People don't like it as much as that, eh? Like that. It also did come with 2 of the 3-button controllers. It came with the power adapter. But for some reason, it came with a Nintendo RF switch, and I've never tried it. It looks like it'll fit in there, but you know, if you ever try to play a Sega Master System with the Nintendo RF switch, this apparently weakens the signal, so you'll get a grainy picture on the Sega Master System. I don't know if that's the case with Sega Genesis, but I'll let you know when I figure that out. I already have a lot of Sega Genesis consoles, so this is probably going on the resale block. And I used my last 30% off card on it because I thought this is probably the best thing I'm going to find. There's been a pretty bad drought recently here of good stuff at the thrift store, so there you go. $15 minus 30% off. So I'm guessing it's about $12. I put in our last vlog number 3. You can check that out here. I put at the end of the video, which I always do, I made a couple of custom cases. If you're like me, you go to thrift store a lot, you'll find a bunch of loose games. So I kind of have a binder here of like loose games. You know, there's Dead or Alive for the Dreamcast there. I got a copy of Code Veronica for the Sega Dreamcast, disc 1 and 2. A copy of Shimyu before I realized it was a 4-disc game rather than just a 2-disc. Ooh, Sonic Adventure Limited Edition. I think that one's actually worth a lot more than the regular Sonic Adventure. Not sure. But anyways, it's kind of sucky because you can't do anything with those, right? They're in a binder like that. So, brilliant idea. Printed my own custom covers. I did these rather inexpensively. Only problem is I kind of drained my printer of ink. Like, I'm out of black ink now. But basically, you go to Dollarama, you pick up some photo paper for $2. It comes like 12 sheets in there. You go to this website. I think it's cdcoverproject.com, something like that. I'll put a link to the site where I get all of my CD covers from. But they do cover scans. And the wicked thing about those cover scans is that they're already the size that you need to print them to fit in here. Only problem is when you print them, the standard size paper kind of cuts off the end. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. You see there I have a loose copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I didn't have a cover for it, so I printed this one up. And just decided to have some fun with it. You can see there, it's the Thrift Dweller edition. And I put a spot there for my autograph. Because this one was found by Lester and Nate. And on the back I wrote down, this case contains an originally rescued thrift store loose disc found by the Thrift Dwellers. This custom case is meant to give new life to the lost treasure. Probably give this away to somebody one day. But you see what I mean here? It cuts that part off, so it's actually not bad. The printer I got was free from Future Shop, so kind of happy how that turned out. You guys may remember I found a copy of Obscure behind another PlayStation 2 game. And this was actually the first one I printed off. It fit in the bag pretty good, but it's at 98% the size, so there's a little bit more spaces on the side. And you see it did cut off part of the PlayStation there. This is actually probably one of the favorite ones that turned out. It looks really nice. It's Dark Cloud, Thrift Dweller Edition again, of course. Lester and I signed it at the bottom just for fun. And a little message about us finding this disc. And lastly, this is the first one I kind of delved into custom covers. So I kind of jacked a picture of Google, put it on here. Kingdom Hearts 2. And then again, I put another message about us finding this thing. Basically, it's a loose disc, so please cherish it as if it was complete in box. You can already tell my printer's running out of ink because the black's turning out a little blue. Personally, I didn't like how the cover turned out. I would center it a little bit more if I could. So right now, that's my new project to kind of start making some custom covers just for fun. Have a lot of downtime, so that's it. Keep checking the video. Check the blog. We're kind of starting to revamp it a little bit. That'll be where we put up, loose things that we find here and there. Me and Les write up a couple of things about some things. And eventually, that's where I think I'm going to put the list of items that I have for trade or for sale locally. But yeah, check it out, thriftdweller.blogspot.com. It's actually where me and Lester got our start. First got our taste of the internet blogging thing. So yeah, check it out. It's still under construction, as we put under construction 24/7. Thank you for subscribing. Please like the video. You guys are awesome. Peace.